Welcome back everybody, Leo Pazzo TV, thanks very much for tuning in. In today's video, we're going to be looking at my 10-gallon quarantine tank. It is very important to quarantine your fish before you introduce them into your display tank. Currently in my quarantine tank, we have a Foxface rabbitfish along with a mimic tang. The mimic tang, the colors on it just look amazing. It is very nice and healthy size along with being active, and it is only day 2 in this video, and the fish are eating whatever fish food I had here at my house, which was pellets, and I also have some frozen food, and it seemed like no matter what food I gave them, they did eat it. And again, only on day 2, day 3, and now we are currently at day 5 as I'm filming and editing this video. And currently while I'm editing this video, we are at day 5, but you're looking at footage from when they were eating on day 2, so that is a very good sign on day 2. So on day 3, I'm going to go ahead and do a 50% water change, and along with that, I'm going to be adding some bottled bacteria, which I normally do after a water change. I'm also going to be checking the pH, and again, with my quarantine tank, I am performing this quarantine tank with hyposalinity, and basically what that means is I'm keeping these fish in quarantine. I'm giving them medication, which we're going to be talking about shortly, but first off, we're talking about the water parameters such as the temperature, the pH, and along with the salinity. So to perform hyposalinity for this quarantine tank, you need to keep a salinity of 1.008 to 1.010. In between that range is where you would like to keep the salinity level for this quarantine tank. So it is very important to keep the salinity in this range for approximately 4 weeks, and you're going to be doing approximately 50% water changes every 3 days. That's why having a small quarantine tank and not having too many fish in this quarantine tank is something that you would like to make sure that you are aware of and that you also consider, because my quarantine tank is actually set up the very first day that I set up my display tank, 2020, January 1st. I just started it from scratch. I filled up the tank, and you guys can see that I set up my 125-gallon display tank, and shortly after I basically set up my 10-gallon quarantine tank. I've also filled it up with water, and I started adding some bottled bacteria, and slowly I got it to be established up till today, and we are currently sitting in July right now. So my quarantine tank is definitely established. It has gone through a cycle. I've already had cleanup crew in there for a month and a half. I've already had 2 clownfish sitting in the quarantine tank for a month and a half. I've also had a purple dotty back in there for about a month and a half, and now I just introduced these 2 fish right here, the Foxface rabbitfish along with the mimic tang. And again, these are 2 beautiful fish that I'd like to share with you guys, and I'd like to take you guys along the process. If you guys have any questions, definitely feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Go ahead and subscribe right now if you guys haven't already, and we'll definitely check you guys on the next one. Much love. You already know, Leo Pazzo TV. Let's get it.